Hey friends! So this is Tuesday the 11th. I thought I would just get on and do kind of like an extra reading. I've had a weird, I don't know, I've just been feeling weird and kind of, I don't even know if I'd call it, I guess I would call it kind of depressed and just like in just a funk. It's really weird. I like got this way yesterday and I just kind of like shrugged it off and said, whatever, it'll pass. Went to bed, woke up, and like I just can't shake it. And it's weird because I feel like I don't really have a reason to feel this way. So I don't know. Usually when I feel this way, I pull out some cards and just kind of do my own reading. But for some reason, I felt like doing this with the collective. Like I felt like maybe I'm feeling something for all of us. Like maybe this has to do with this transition we're going through. I don't really know, so I kind of don't know what this reading is going to be about. I just kind of felt the need to pull some cards, and we'll see what happens. And yeah, we'll just go from there. I don't know. I just pulled a tarot deck out, so we'll see. I might pull some oracle cards depending on what kind of energies show up today. How are you guys feeling? Is this something you guys have been feeling too? Could just be me, who knows? My moody Cancer side is just deciding to flip on me today. I like lit some Palo Santo and had a bit of a moment. Like it's just weird. Just things feel. I think I talked about it in today's reading. Just this like heavy feeling. Like it's just meh. Like it's kind of heavy and sad and kind of like pity party-ish, and I don't really get it. Like logically, if I think about it, I don't have a reason to be carrying that around. Alright, Spirit, what's going on with us? What do we need to know? Oh, did you see that? I totally thought like a whole bunch of cards were about to like fly out. Again, the Magician card, the Alchemist. Funny, that card speaks to us being in control. Not feeling that way right now. So hilarious. This flew directly on top. Like, did you see it? Like, it literally landed like right on top of it. So Ten of Pentacles, legacies, inheritance, abundance, like full abundance. And again, landed on the Alchemist, the Magician. So you're in control of that. And then here we are, feeling like we're not. Looking at these empty cups down here. Feeling sad, feeling regretful. Oh, two. Princess of Wands. So beginning, passionate spark. Right now I'm seeing this card as kind of like owning your abilities, owning your powers, owning your manifesting. It's like that first kind of step to grasping it. Almost like this is who we are. We're fully in control. We're fully intact with our capabilities and our abilities and our powers. That's who we are. Right now we're like just getting the hang of them. We're just kind of figuring them out. I almost feel like this is where we should be or could be. Like this is our potential. This is where we are, and we're feeling a certain way because we're not here yet. Because we don't see this. Because spiritually we're capable of it. Physically we're getting there. We're warming up. And maybe that disconnect, maybe that gap from where we are to where we want to be, instead of looking at the potential and seeing what we can do, we're looking at what we've done. Just it's like we can't even see that great cup. We're only looking at these three empty cups down below. You can relate to that. And then we have the Chariot. Beautiful card. Forward movement. I mean, yes, once we grasp this, it's it's definitely easier to move forward, because then it's just building on that till we get to the level of the alchemist. So, I mean, it makes sense. If it comforts you, this is fast movement. So it's like once you can kind of just get into it, we just start going. Space these out a little bit. Alright. Okay, let's talk about this. Alright, 10 of Wands, so heavy burden. Laying it down finally also, because it is a 10, it's a completion. But finally getting to the point where we can lay all of this down and get rid of it and let it go. I almost feel like we're on the way to this. Like the worst is over, but we're not necessarily putting these wands down just yet. We're still kind of carrying them. Like I almost want to say like the destination where we have to drop them off is like 10 feet away. And we're like slowly getting there. But instead of realizing like how this man is like taking these wands to this like bloody ass castle over here, like great destination. But you know, he's almost there. He's like going up the final little staircase. I feel like that's kind of like us. Like we've got all these things that we're ready to let go and are just we know they're just these heavy sticks that we don't need. And we're almost to the point where we can let them go, but we feel like instead of looking at that, we just feel the weight of them. Then here's the Wheel of Fortune, so fate turning. I feel like looking at the Eight of Wands, I feel like the wheel is stuck. It's like not moving. Or at least we don't feel it moving. And again, because we don't see the blessings yet. We don't see the potential. We only see the lack or the gap. Oh my god, that makes perfect sense. It's the gap. Because here I'm talking about these 3 cups that are empty that we're looking at. The gap between where we are now, where we can be. The gap between us and the drop-off point. We keep looking at the gap. We keep looking at the gap. And then when you think of the meaning of this card, the Eight of Swords, it's feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling bound. But you're really not bound. It's all in the mind. She's like blinded by this blindfold, but if she could just see past it, she would notice she could easily slip between those swords and then be free. She's not in an actual cell. It makes me think like the gap is just, it's a perceived gap. There really isn't a gap. Which makes sense why we got the alchemist first. Like, this is who you are. It's almost like this is who you think you are, but this is really who you are. It's the idea that, oh no, I have to struggle and suffer before I become something. Before I, can master these things. When really, you've already mastered them. You're already on your way. You're already on your throne. 10 of Cups was the last card out. Which again is being in control of your emotions, not letting your emotions control you. Not letting the depression just get to you, not letting the fear and doubt get to you. Oh yeah, guys, I don't know why I think of this now, but I added this I have my little zoom here of Maleficent in dragon form as like our little monster, preying on us. Bottom of the deck, Temperance, so patience. World is underneath that. Completion. Prince of Swords after that. Flying on the wind to your goals, to your desires. So you can learn and communicate and understand. Judgment. It has to do with your higher calling, your purpose. Ugh. Yeah, it's like we're just looking at the gap. We're just looking at the what's not here. Versus keeping your eye on the finish line and making steps to get closer to it. We keep looking at the distance between. And it's getting us a little discouraged. It's making us feel a certain way. Maybe for some of us, it's even making It's making the task look more challenging than it is. Oh my god, you mean I have to get from here all the way over there? That's so far. How do I do that? Like, all that kind of stuff. When really, as long as you, take a step, even if it's like one step a day, one little baby step a day, eventually you're going to get there. It's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Until finally you're like, oh, look, I'm here. Oh. I feel like I just slapped myself in the face just then. But yeah, honestly, I feel like it's this looking at the gap. It's looking at this lack that's kind of keeping us from like feeling more positive, feeling more up, and feeling more in control. Feeling more in control, in inner power. Interesting. Okay. Something to think about, something to mull over. I think I will pull some oracle cards. Why not? I have some right over here. Why not? This is the Gods and Titans, Goddesses and Sirens decks. I used them before. I always just like to keep them like mixed together because I feel like they kind of go really well together. I feel like we're just gonna cut this guy a couple times. Alright. So first one out, Hera, it's commitment. So again, whatever choice we've made, whatever passions we have, committing to them, sticking to them, not getting lazy, not getting complacent, continuing to put effort into our goals. Mott, I hope I'm saying that correct. I'm sorry if I'm not. What is it? Justice? Justice. I always think of justice, and probably this is because of the tarot card, but I always think of justice, it's like getting in what you put out. So again, with that commitment, if you only half-ass it, you're only going to get a half-ass reward. Versus if you can commit to it and really put your intention and your action behind it, you will be rewarded. And look what you get rewarded with. Love. Who doesn't want that, right? I feel like I really want the definition for this justice card. I don't know why, that one really has like an intensity to it. Here we are, here, you guys can look at her. Justice will be done for the good of all. Take responsibility for your actions. The chaos in your life will end. Natural order will be restored. Nice. I actually really like that. It's this little temporary myrrh feeling. And honestly, I think if there is like a myrrh feeling, it's due to some type of resistance to the commitment. It's either, fighting against it, making a choice not aligned with it, or not making a choice at all. Because in a way, that's still resisting it. Cool. I feel like I want one more. I'm like, it's not complete. I want 4. Alright. Interesting. Lug? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Lug? Kind of looks like a Viking. But skill. I almost feel like that's like a reminder that you have the skills. You have what it takes. Don't let this perceived gap, like don't let this perceived inexperience make you think you don't have this. You have the ability to make this happen. Let's clarify that one too. This is a time to further develop your education skills. Enjoy your unique talents. Yeah. Yeah. They're your talents. And uniquely yours on top of that. But they are yours. You possess them. Does that mean you can't, work on them, hone them, improve them? Of course not. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for study and practice and learning. But they are your skills. You have what it takes. You have that in you already. I feel like that's just like a reminder. Just a, hey, don't forget, you can do this. That's why you chose to do it in the first place. That's why you made that commitment. Alright. Okay. Interesting reading. Oh, bottom of the deck right now, confidence. Just noticed that out of the top of my eye. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like this reading is just kind of give you some food for thought. Just kind of wanted to like work through this funny feeling. So in case any of you were feeling the same thing, to give you something to think about. You have what it takes. Stop looking at the gap, because there really isn't a gap. You are capable of more than what you know. Yeah. Alright guys, I love you so much. I hope this helps. If it resonates, I'm so glad. If you want to ask me anything, again, you can always reach out to me, drop me a comment, hit me up on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot, or email me. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of, well, if you're watching this on Tuesday, enjoy the rest of your day. If not, enjoy the rest of your week. I'll still have a daily up for tomorrow later on. Alright, take care guys. I love you.